My work, although it began at very molecular and cellular levels, has in about the last 20 years transitioned more to drug discovery, and specifically discovering and identifying compounds that selectively can target a receptor called the G protein-coupled estrogen receptor. But we think it plays an important role potentially in recurrence of breast cancer. Our goal in that arena has been to identify compounds that selectively target these different classes of estrogen receptors, avoiding cross-activation, which we think can lead to recurrence. By developing drugs that can target different estrogen receptors selectively, we think we can improve health in many areas, such as diabetes, obesity, cancer, autoimmune disease, just to name a few. Some of our early work was focused on trying to identify compounds that were very selective for these different types of estrogen receptors. And that's led to a much better understanding of what this receptor does, and also has allowed us to test the efficacy of these compounds in treating a great number of different disease conditions. The selective compounds that we've discovered are being developed for cancer applications in a phase 1 trial here at the UNM Comprehensive Cancer Center and other cancer centers across the country, and also at an earlier stage for metabolic diseases, focusing on diabetes and obesity. But we think there are opportunities in a number of other areas to develop compounds, drugs, that either activate or inhibit this G protein-coupled estrogen receptor in a number of other diseases. So when I started in science, it was less common, maybe even uncommon, for academic researchers to be involved in commercializing their science. In fact, it was almost thought of as a negative thing to do. But over the last couple decades, and locally here at UNM, to a large extent due to the efforts of STC.UNM, now Rainforest Innovations, that culture has really changed, and it's been changing nationwide, with the understanding that if a researcher wants to actually help the public, their technology has to be commercialized, because simply opening it up to the public will not allow its final development. Being able now in an environment that is much more positive about commercialization and translation to the clinic, to be able to do work in that environment is really very rewarding. The work being recognized here today is really the culmination of decades of work by a large collection of people, collaborators, trainees, mentors, mentees here at the university, and of course my family has been highly supportive over the years. And I think, as in most cases, the end product is so much more than just the work of one or a few people.